Chamo-me Samuel André Maculuvi, sou estudante de Sistemas Informáticos. Primeiro, essa parte de pessoas da minha idade dar informação a mim. Tem uma coisa que minha mãe sempre me dizia. Mas desde criança ela sempre procura uma maneira de nos ensinar. Quando eu fazia a terceira classe, minha própria mãe que não estudou, ela é que me ensinava. Então, ela, agora que eu estou a fazer o último ano, diz que não tem nenhuma vergonha ser eu estar a explicar alguma coisa.
On Africa's southeast coast, Mozambique is a country that has experienced it all. Colonialism, civil war, post-conflict, extreme poverty, the HIV crisis. And like the rest of the world, it is now grappling with the digital revolution. In a country crushed by the difficulties of the 20th century, can technology help bring a new day in the 21st? From mobile wallets to new apps that tackle old problems.
The problem with waste is that it never goes away.
To the heart of Mozambique's health crisis.
Not only sending messages, but also linking people to services.
This is Digital Mozambique. Let's go inside. Around the world, major digital impact is often in the cloud, on smartphones, or between devices in the Internet of Things. But in parts of Africa, it's the flip phone that's the true game changer. Millions of Mozambicans don't have a bank account. Banks have never really served this community. The physical infrastructure is too expensive and the savings too low to interest the banks. So many Mozambicans live and work entirely in cash, which can be risky.
Primeiro, o grande risco é que tu tens o dinheiro na mão, ou a senhora tem o dinheiro na mão, e todas as economias, todas as vendas que ela faz naquele dia, leva o dinheiro fisicamente a casa. O marido, quando chega a casa, tira-lhe o dinheiro e não consegue. Ela é assaltada, ok? Ela está exposta a diferentes riscos.
But financial technology changes that calculus. Mobile wallets like M-Pesa allow users to save, transfer, and receive money on digital accounts, and it's operated by the many street-side vendors or out of small bodegas. For many in Mozambique, this is a bank, and it represents a first true interaction with external financial institutions. It doesn't need a credit card or a pile of paperwork. All you need is a mobile phone.
Então, quando começas a digitalizar, quando começas a fazer os teus processos dentro desta ferramenta, já começas a criar um grande valor nas tuas transações.
Estou aqui a fazer um negócio, vender amendoim, feijão nhengo. Mas a M-Pesa ajuda. Há cliente que está longe, mete dinheiro via M-Pesa. Assim é fácil.
So how does it work? I got a front row seat when my teammate Tavares Savoia forgot his toothpaste on a trip to a rural town with no cash machine.
Tens número? Tem. Dei informação daí, levantar, transferir, muitas coisas. Depois você vai pôr dois como levantar o dinheiro. Depois põe um para confirmar. Porque a M-Pesa nos facilita muitas coisas.
Mobile banking can be great when you need toothpaste in a pinch, but the true impact runs deeper than that.
Então, M-Pesa foi a primeira vez que a senhora fora ter o dinheiro em casa, tem um espaço que não em sua casa. É isso numa conta.
Essa é M-Pesa, ainda não tenho uma. É pela primeira vez eu guardar dinheiro fora da minha casa.
Se a senhora tem uma conta bancária?
Não. Não, conta bancária não. Eu tenho M-Pesa, posso pagar a minha conta sem ter que sair, ir ao banco e levantar dinheiro.
qualquer sítio onde eu estiver. Pode não haver banco, mas basta ter agente M-Pesa.
M-Pesa started in Kenya in 2007 and has become completely normalized there. Mozambicans are still getting used to the new option.
M-Pesa precisa de muito tempo e paciência, porque tem que estar sempre aí a trocar mensagens via telefone. Então aí você tem que ficar atenta na pessoa porque está drabo na M-Pesa. É vantajoso, mas é muito arriscado. A M-Pesa, quem usa mais não sou eu, meu marido. Eu não.
Like everywhere in the world, the learning curve is real, but the upside to digital transition is clear. SMS-based programs like M-Pesa are game changers in Africa, but coders in Mozambique are striving for more than just flip phone technology.
When I was young, like 11, 12, I destroyed my dad's computer. He had a project, he needed to deliver on the next day. So when he opened it, the computer wasn't turning on. So, okay, it was an interesting day.
Claude Marcelo Champier is one of Mozambique's rising stars in app development.
Blackbox, I call it the perfect video on demand service for the emerging markets, because all of us have the same problem, connectivity. Actually, it's similar to any video streaming app, but with a better future. You don't need internet connection. So that's our little spice on the app.
Two major bottlenecks in Mozambique are a lack of funding and limited access to teaching. But grassroots organizations are trying to tackle both.
We support many young people to move forward with their dreams and start their own companies. Many young girls and boys came to us with very good ideas. But one idea is just an idea, it takes a lot of steps to put it in the market.
Idea Lab is a tech development group that helps finance startups. Idea Lab helped kickstart Claude's career.
They was pushing all the time, like, Claude, why are you doing like this? Why are you not doing like that? I'm the why guy. Every time, why I have to do like that?
In Mozambique, the problem for why guys like Claude is that there are not a whole lot of answer guys. It's a community that has to support each other and teach each other, often while still learning themselves.
I taught myself. Yeah, that's the but I taught myself how to code, what was code.
I heard a lot about him because he was the only one doing it, and a lot of us wanted to do it also.
We didn't want to feel like building desktop apps. We had a problem, and the problem was to build great web applications. We are basically teaching it to these people.
Mario and Romildo are coders, and they are part of the MozDevs coding group for young techies to work together, support each other, and give classes to the community.
I feel like it's my obligation to share with others what I know, as they will share with me what they know.
Young techies in Maputo use the MozDevs headquarters to meet and practice their craft.
So it's passion, you see. No one pays us, to be here. It's just that we enjoy doing what we're doing. I mean, it's passion.
As Mozambique's tech scene begins to come together, a new concern emerges, one that's not unfamiliar around the world, from Southern Africa to Silicon Valley. That's how to spur the participation of young women.
Technology is the future, and we cannot leave half of Mozambican population behind. We want to contribute for this change. We want to more young women can be ready for this future.
Shaista and the nonprofit Movitech are trying to do something about that. Working out of this building in Maputo, they host tech training sessions for young, at-risk women.
In Mozambique, the context is that we don't have any technology programs for women. So women think that technology is not for them, especially the most vulnerable.
É muito importante para nós porque aprendemos informática a valorizar mais, tipo, aprendemos coisas básicas. Aprendemos ferramentas de produtividade, Word, Excel, PowerPoint.
É importante aqui no nosso país, porque somos poucas mulheres que estamos entregadas nessa área da tecnologia.
So why do you think there's so few women in tech?
Porque não estão interessadas e medo também.
There are a lot of raw nerves in the room today as the young women are here for the course's final test.
Mas é preciso lembrar que vocês vão fazer uma apresentação para um empregador. Cabe a vocês se é importante ter o que vão falar no papel ou não. Isso cabe a vocês.
E na apresentação vocês só terão 3 minutos.
Tá bom? Então vocês têm 15 minutos para prepararem essa apresentação.
There is a huge fear. The fear is the main barrier that young women or women in general face.
Do que aprendi no Movatec? Aprendi sobre formação humana, formação técnica.
Beatriz, na área técnica que aprendeste aqui no Movatec, qual é que mais gostaste?
Gostei das 3 que aprendi, que foi o Word, o PowerPoint e o Excel.
Que sucesso!
Obrigada.
Developing skills for the future is one thing, but digital technology can also help maximize the efficiency of traditional skills and capabilities.
When you realize that there's only 700,000 formal jobs for 27 million people currently, you can imagine, how many people are out of a job.
UX is a leading software startup in Mozambique. Their Biscate app allows workers to create profiles for their skill sets and to match with potential customers. It's like Uber for the informal economy. And it's a major upgrade over the traditional ways of finding work.
So basically what you do is you get on the app, you select the profession that you need. Let's say you're in need of a carpenter. You select the place where you're at, and then you find a list of carpenters within that place, and you find ratings from other customers.
Antonio Macandal is a carpenter. I visited his house on the outskirts of Maputo.
Essa mesa é uma mesa feita de material reciclado. Sim, tudo que tem aqui. Everything is here. Até a minha própria cama.
Antonio is an informal worker who has benefited from Biscate. Today he's in luck. He's matched with a client on the Biscate app. We head into the city to fix a broken chair.
Hey, what's up?
I was born in a family of carpenters. My grandfather was a carpenter. My father is a carpenter still now. My brother too is a carpenter.
Yeah, but
The most clients of Biscate are simple. Call me to do simple jobs like simple broken chair, and I took 1 hour during that job. Sometimes I find a big job, and that side is very nice because big job bring more money, isn't it? Yeah.
Federica Ricaldi monitors the program for the World Bank.
Normally they just use informal networks. They know people who might know a worker on the area. Through this platform they can also rate workers and the work that has been done. And so there's a possibility that also their total demand for these type of services might increase.
But you don't have to be a World Bank specialist to recognize a satisfied customer.
I'd been postponing to get this done till I was just maybe I should just get it fixed once and for all. Then you have a fixed chair and history goes on.
Tech may hold the key to the future, but for many emerging markets, it's also crucial to addressing legacy issues from the past. In Mozambique, waste management has been a systemic issue.
The thing with waste is that it's a very visible thing. It's a very sensorial thing. You see it, you smell it, and it brings a lot of diseases. You see a lot of kids playing in areas that are full of litter, and they're cutting themselves, they're getting infections. So it's a very visible problem, and this is why we wanted to tackle it.
Tiago, one of the co-founders of UX, thinks his MOPA platform can help address Mozambique's waste management issues.
So we're going downtown to the Maputo municipality's Department for Urban Sanitation. This is where we have the control room for MOPA. They have a big screen TV where they have the map of the city, and everyone that's reporting issues in their own neighborhoods, they pin in real time the data that they submit, either through the basic mobile phones, through USSD, or through the website, or through the mobile app.
After arriving at the control center, Tiago shows me how it works.
The surveyors, they come in here and they have a look at the reports and the hotspots in the different neighborhoods. And every day they go to the field and they go and check to verify if the problems are actually there or not, and find ways to solve them. Por dia estamos a receber quantos, mais ou menos?
Depende, mesmo 20 e tal, por exemplo, segunda-feira até mesmo 25 recebemos.
Of course, figuring out the solution is no easy task.
Mas quando é terreno de privado, não é obrigação do privado ir recolher, ou o município entra dentro do terreno para fazer trabalho?
Depende, pode ser ele, pode ser o município.
Ok.
Mas a maioria dos casos dessa natureza assim, são pessoas que fogem do município de Marracone, que ainda não é um município.
Vem para aqui, vem largar.
Há um sábado que eu estava a trabalhar com um colega fiscal.
Once the problems are cataloged, municipal workers hit the road to investigate. The team will visit the citizen complaint zones to see what can be done and update the digital log. Our first stop is an overflowing bin. The team connects with the guy responsible for waste management in the area.
Ok, fechamos por aí. O nome é seu? Horácio. Até de manhã às 7 ou 8 horas. É que traz um conteúdo. Quando já o lixo já depositaram no chão. Sim. Só que aquela hora de manhã, como nós já estamos, nós controlamos as pessoas que estamos aí, voltam lá, vão ver despejar o lixo quando haver condutor magro.
This is a problem the team might be able to fix. They'll see what they can do to get an extra container for overnight hours. Other problems are not so easy to address.
O problema do lixo. Está a ver esse lixo aqui? Aqui só podemos mandar uma equipe com um trator. Então, assinar tudo esse lixo aqui, tirar meter no trator é a única coisa que devemos pelo menos minimizar isto. Sem que ocupar o espaço, sempre vai acontecer isto.
As long as this lot remains vacant, it will continue to attract trash. But at least the team is now able to monitor the situation.
Mas se deixar assim, sempre vão continuar. Porque são esses acatadores, aquele que anda a levar sacos de lixo nos contentores. Por exemplo, um deles é este.
Tech apps cannot fix health hazards overnight, and Mozambique faces low life expectancy pushed by high HIV rates, and information competes with myths and disinformation.
É possível a gente ficar muitos anos, enquanto a gente já pôs implante, ficar muitos anos sem ver período. É normal ou não é?
É sim. Uma vez que você vai colocar implante, isso depende do organismo para organismo, não é? Mas isso não quer dizer que seja problema. É do como o teu organismo está a reagir. Ter filhos, isso aí não é verdade. Todos esses métodos aqui, uma vez que você for usar, você volta a ter filhos normalmente.
New apps can be invaluable tools to health workers on the ground. Norberto is a digital manager at Pathfinder, an organization working on reproductive issues in Mozambique.
Young people are addicted to technology. They're always with smartphones. They like smartphones. And youth are the ones who are most in need to have more information in terms of the ways of preventing some pregnancies, HIV, and get more information of diseases that are out there.
Norberto's team goes into at-risk neighborhoods to sign young women up for SMS health alerts, but also to create digital health records for the women.
Cheguei, NAS. Agnes.
These digital records are crucial for getting the right options to the right people.
Teu parceiro apoia em fazer planeamento?
Sim.
Ok. Ou já é da primeira vez a fazer?
Já uma vez.
Usaste o quê?
Usei pílula, mas pedi alguém para comprar. Não usei muito tempo, porque também nunca fui muito envolvida a esse tipo de coisa.
A smartphone can be an important step to updating an antiquated system, and ultimately to get people registered and in front of a doctor.
Que para quê? Porque o implante só vai prevenir a gravidez, mas as doenças de transmissão sexual não vai prevenir. O preservativo vai prevenir a gravidez e vai prevenir as doenças de transmissão sexual, inclusive o HIV. Tá bom?
There are different layers where we can talk about interventions of digital health. One is delivering messages and information. The second thing is not only sending messages, but also linking people to services, because we can definitely use digital health to ensure that everyone knows where they can get services.
Addressing Mozambique's health challenges is not easy. Paying the field workers is. After all, there's an M-Pesa station right across the street. Do you think in some way you represent the future of African tech?
I don't say I represent, I make a part of the people that will represent, because it's the young generation of Africa that will change everything. Some guy once told me, the young generation from Africa is the ones that will change the world. And that's true. We are going to change the world.
Digital tools are just that, tools. They can't fix or build anything on their own. They can be used for good or bad. And to make the most of them requires expertise. In my time in Mozambique, I met many young people doing whatever possible, not just to access these tools, but also to learn how to use them best and to better their society.
Facebook, Microsoft, Apple, everybody, we are coming for you, so be prepared.
We don't have a lot of resources, but we have brains and we can do it. Yeah, we can do it too.